In the bustling city of Baymard, the young noble Herman finds himself abandoning his stiff, warrior-like upbringing for the simple, unbridled joy of childhood, finally shedding his armor for a day of pure, unfiltered fun. The parents, Duke Samuel and Duchess Mina, watch in quiet amusement as their children, usually bound by the rigid etiquette of the Pino continent, trade their responsibilities for a rare taste of freedom. Guided by their new friends, the children arrive at the Baymard transit station, where the sheer size and mechanical marvel of the trains leave them utterly spellbound by the progress of this strange new land. With the confidence of a seasoned traveler, little Momo expertly navigates the train schedules, turning the complex transit system into a simple game of lines and colors for his wide-eyed companions. The rhythmic clatter of the train tracks pulses beneath their feet as they journey deeper into the heart of Baymard, the windows blurring with the scenery of a district that feels like another world entirely. Linda, now well acquainted with the unforgiving timing of the Baymard train system, urges the group to hurry, determined not to let their slow pace cost them a second of their precious afternoon. They arrive at the crown jewel of Baymard's youth entertainment, a towering facility where the hum of engines replaces the quiet of the classroom, and the scent of gasoline ignites the competitive spirit in their blood. After a rigorous safety briefing, Herman receives his mini-junior license, a tangible piece of paper that feels more like a key to a new existence than a simple document, a symbol of his very first independent achievement. The red light glows like a warning, then shifts to yellow. Herman clutches the steering wheel, his knuckles turning white, every sound of the busy world fading until only the thumping of his own heart remains. Green, the engines roar in unison, and they are off. The wind lashes at his face as Herman pushes his cart to the limit, dancing across the grass and asphalt, the thrill of the race flowing through his veins. He overtakes a cart with precision, his laughter joining the collective cheer of the spectators lining the track. For the first time in his life, the young knight feels truly, vibrantly alive. While the children race, Landon shifts his focus to the industrial heartbeat of Baymard, where the rhythmic sparks of automated welding define the creation of the Empire's mighty new fishing and cargo fleet. Months of meticulous construction culminate in the birth of the first cargo ships. These metal behemoths, designed with multiple subterranean decks, promise a future where Baymard's goods can cross the seas with ease. The transfer begins. With a roar of heavy machinery, the fleet is moved to the new coastal headquarters, a facility fortified with strict security to protect the burgeoning fishing industry from unwanted eyes. Fishermen turned mariners watch in awe as Landon breaks down the complexities of the ship's controls. Each lever and button, a mystery mere days ago, now becomes a tool in their hands to master the vast ocean. As the nets break the water's surface, the deck is flooded with a catch unlike anything the fishermen have ever seen. The days of struggling for a dozen fish are gone, replaced by the abundance of modern maritime ingenuity. Far away in the empire of Arcadina, shadows gather as reports reach a local lord about the strange, flourishing city of Baymard. He dispatches his men, eyes narrowed in greed and suspicion, to uncover the secrets of the rising power. Two covert riders, Eve and Shylock, begin their long trek toward Baymard. They act as wolves in sheep's clothing, stalking the carriage of strangers who possess a mysterious royal warrant, all while keeping their own true allegiance hidden. Tensions flare on the road as the knight captain, shielding his identity and ego behind royal parchment, grows increasingly paranoid about the two riders he believes are bandits planning an ambush. They reach the city gates of Baymard, a structure of intimidating height and impenetrable design that leaves the visitors speechless. These gates are not merely stone and wood, they are a warning to all who enter. Confrontation erupts at the visa desk. The captain, fueled by pride and a disdain for the commoners of Baymard, refuses to sign the egalitarian laws, demanding to see a city lord who does not exist. The conflict escalates to violence. In a flash of blue electricity, the guards neutralize the threat. The arrogant knights collapse, their bodies racked by invisible, agonizing vibrations that shatter their illusions of superiority. In the distant empire of Dafris, the tyrannical Princess Eldora storms through the palace, a whirlwind of malice. Servants and guards alike cower, knowing that her mere presence is a harbinger of cruel, unpredictable violence. Acting the role of a wounded lamb, she manipulates the king, weaving a web of lies to secure her own agenda. She demands marriage to King Sirius, her eyes cold even as her tears fall like rain. Coronation Day arrives in a flurry of color and sound. Baymard transforms into a sea of celebration, the streets vibrating with music as the people prepare to crown their king, a man who gave them everything. The festive air gives way to solemn reverence at the palace. Under the watchful eyes of priests, Landon kneels to receive the crown, his humble oath binding his life to the service of his empire forever. Standing before his people, the new king delivers a speech of unity and hope. He declares a new era, the birth of the Baymard Empire, a beacon of progress and freedom in a dark, cold world. Meanwhile, the captured royals languish in a dungeon of horrors. For 10 agonizing days, they have shared their living space with rats and rot, their spirits broken by the cruel indifference of Mr. Death. The games of blood begin. Forced into an arena of death traps, the survivors are pitted against one another. With only a spoon in hand, Connor must fight for his life, while dark machinations stir in the shadows of empires.